Hello, Instagram. This is Dr. Iyabo Webzel from Atlanta, coming live to you from Atlanta. My name is Dr. Iyabo Webzel. I'm your Money to Honey coach. I'm a one-on-one, holistic, high-performance relationship, dating, business, and life coach, and also weight loss coach, health and wellness coach, personal branding coach, self-confidence coach, self-esteem coach, everything you need in your life. Basically, I don't have a niche. My niche my niche is that I have to take out the lipstick on my tooth. That's what happens when you're wearing long-lasting lipstick. This lipstick I bought from Dior. I love it, but it's long-lasting lipstick, and once it gets on my tooth, I literally have to do this to get it off. So I introduced myself. My name is Dr. Iyabo Webzel. I'm a one-on-one, holistic, high-performance relationship, dating, business coach, life coach, weight loss coach, health and wellness coach, your public speaking coach, writing coach, personal branding coach, self-esteem coach, self-confidence coach, everything you need in your life. That's why I call myself a holistic. Neil, can you please call Luna? Sorry, there's all sorts of noises going on here. Okay, the townhome community we live in, they decide that exactly at the time that I'm going live is when they're going to do their gardening, and then our dog Luna decides that she's going to bark at them to stop gardening. So I hope you guys can hear me. Okay, I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, please say yes. So that's why I'm a holistic coach, because we don't live life, and I've said this many times, we don't live life in small compartments here and there. I don't live in my love life and then live in my business life and live in my self-confidence life and live in my self-esteem life and live in my love life or married life. Our life is a mashup of everything. So if you're going to be an effective coach, if you're coaching a woman on how to make money and have financial freedom and have time freedom, or if you're coaching a woman on how to have a great love life, the love life of her dreams, to meet the man of her dreams, you have to go into all of those other buckets. To be an effective coach, you have to go into all those other buckets. If you're looking for a great man to marry, a man that will be the love of your life, you have to examine your self-esteem and self-confidence. You have to examine what you're doing with your goals. You have to examine your health and wellness routine, right? Because if you're looking for a high-quality man, obviously you're looking for a man who also takes care of his health. So you have to look into your health and wellness life. You have to look into your purpose life. What is your purpose? What do you live for? What drives you? What are you passionate about? So I don't understand how coaches keep on making noise. You know, you have to have a niche. You have to have a niche. I guess, yes, for some coaches who are not at the level of coaches like myself, right? I want to say that, you know, confidently, because you get to become at a stage of your life that you become this coach that is totally qualified and experienced to be able to coach people in every aspect of their lives. And this is how coaching becomes effective. Because if you're coaching only in small buckets, how is it going to be effective? You know, if you're coaching me to just have a fantastic love life, but you're not looking into how I deal with my finances, whether I'm purposeful with my business or purposeful with my career, what my health and wellness routine is like, what my self-esteem is like, what my self-confidence is like, how is the coaching going to be effective? And even if it's effective for a season, very soon in another season, it will not be effective because you haven't looked into all the buckets of that person. And this is also why I totally believe so much more in one-on-one coaching, for the same reason. Because all our lives are unique. Yes, all of us women are very similar in many ways, but we are also very different in many ways. So if you're coaching 10 women all at the same time, and you expect that one kind of coaching to help all of those women and be effective and be sustained in their lives, you're deceiving yourself, because it doesn't work that way. So this is why I totally believe in one-on-one coaching, and I totally believe in a coach who is holistic, who is high performance, who knows how to look at all of the areas and all of the buckets of life. You know, a woman comes to you about business and financial freedom, you have to be qualified and experienced enough to look at all aspects of her life, because all aspects of her life are going to affect her financial freedom. She comes to you for her love life, all aspects of her life are going to affect her love life. So this is why my coaching is the amount it is. Okay? And like I always tell you guys, it's not going down anytime soon. My coaching is going to keep going up because of the amount of intervention I give to women. Okay, that's why. So if you're a woman out there, and before I start the topic of today, this is my rambling, right? I always have my preamble. So if you're a woman out there and you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, okay, you know what that means. You're just sick and tired of being sick and tired of your career issues, your business and money issues, your purpose issues, your love life. You're just sick and tired of those last 30 to 50 pounds you can't lose. You're sick and tired of feeling ill every day. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay? Dr. Iyabo is your coach. Why? Because I'm a qualified and experienced coach that can look into every area of your life. Every single area of your life. Whether it's content creation, whether it's how do I get more visible on Instagram, whether it's how do I speak more confidently like Dr. Iyabo and so many other speakers, whether it's weight loss, whether it's your love life, whether it's your self-confidence and self-esteem, I'm that one-stop coach for you. Okay? That was my preamble today. So I think many of you are now here. Okay? And we're going to start the topic for today, right? 6 reasons why you're struggling in your love life. Whether it's your dating life, whether you're single or divorced or widowed, or whether it's your married life. 6 reasons why you're still struggling, because I know this video is needed. There are many of you women that are in and out of my DM, okay? So I'm just going to dive right in now. And if you guys are ready to start writing, say yes, I'm ready. Okay, I always want to make sure I have some engagement here. Is everybody ready? Do you have your journals? Not pieces of paper, not your phone. Do you have your favorite journal, and do you have your favorite pen, and are you ready to make notes? Okay? If you're ready to make, somebody has typed yes even before I finish the question, okay? And I'll take questions at the end of the 6 reasons. You can start typing your questions, type your questions in the question bubble, but I will not take questions until I'm done talking about these 6 things, because I want it to flow. And because I'm also recording this for my YouTube channel, so I want it to flow. So, my brother Lekon, how are you? Hello. So, yeah, well, this video is for women, but men are welcome. I guess everything I'm going to talk about also applies to men. So, type your questions for me in the question bubble, but I will not answer those questions until I'm done with my 6 reasons, okay? So, who else is ready? Who else is ready? Are you ready with your journals and your favorite pens to write? So that you guys can stop going in and out of my DM with stories about problems in your love life, okay? This is the freebie coaching you've been waiting for. Those of you who are too stingy on yourselves to sign up for my one-on-one coaching, this is the freebie video you've been waiting for. So, are you guys ready? I need a couple more yeses before I begin to talk. Okay, I'm going to sip my tea while I wait for the yeses. Who else is ready to listen and to write? Very good. I've just gotten one more. I need one more. I need one more ready, or one more yes, or one more let's go, or one more yes. Okay, so I'm ready now. Number one. The first reason why you're still struggling in your love life today is because you're too scared of being alone. You are scared of being alone. So number one basically is fear, okay? What's the first thing that most people are scared of? Whether it's consciously or subconsciously, most of you may not be aware of this, but you are scared of being alone. That is why you're struggling in your love life. You would rather be tied up in a toxic relationship, in an abusive relationship, than to leave that relationship and do life on your own. You are scared of being alone. You are scared of being the only single woman in your friend group. Your entire friend group, all of you, the women in that group, they're all married. Whether happily or not happily, you don't know. But you've gotten to the stage of life where you're like, yikes, if I leave this toxic relationship, I'm going to be the only single woman in my friend group. People are going to look at me as if I'm a problem. Okay? You are scared of walking away from the standard of living you've been used to. Okay? Many of you women out there who have been totally, you've totally dissociated yourself from being able to provide for yourself. All of your provision, or most of your provision, has come from your husband. The big house, the flashy cars, all of those things have come from your husband. You are scared of walking away from that standard of living and being looked at people like, oh, she's now wretched, she's now poor, look at that woman. So all of this is fear that really doesn't make sense, but it's the truth. Many women are scared of all this. You are scared of being a failure as a woman. There's still many cultures that still look down on women as if, oh, she got divorced, she must be a failure. Oh, she couldn't keep her marriage together. Shame on her. What kind of woman is that? She doesn't know that marriage is forever. She doesn't know that whether she's being beaten up or cheated on or whatever. Oh, look at her. Shame on her. That woman is a failure. Okay? You'd rather keep up with all the lies and all the pretending as if everything is okay. You are scared. That's the number one reason that you're still struggling. So whether you're married or you're in a long-term relationship, some of you are engaged forever, right? You're engaged, but it's a terrible engagement, it's a terrible relationship, or you have a long-term boyfriend or partner and that relationship is just not doing well, but you just will not leave. You just will continue to struggle. Why? Because of all these fears that I just listed. The fear of being alone, the fear of being the only single woman in your friend group because everybody else is married or they're dating and it seems like everything is happy in their relationship and you don't want to be the only failure. You don't want to be looked at as a failure of a woman. You are scared of departing from your current shiny lifestyle. You would rather put up with beatings from your boyfriend or husband, or put up with abuse, or put up with cheating, rather than walking away from that standard of living. You would rather put up with it to your grave. So you'd rather put up with lies and pretending that everything is okay because you're so concerned about what the world thinks of you, and you're so concerned about whether you'll be accepted or not accepted. That's number one reason why you're struggling in your love life. Whether it's your single life where you're dating a narcissist or dating an abuser, or you're engaged and you're dating this guy and you know you should call off the wedding, you know that it's not going well, or you're married, you know all of these things, but you're lying to yourself because you're scared of the perception of other people in your life. Number two, low self-esteem. This one is huge, okay? The reason why you as a woman are struggling in your love life is because you have low self-esteem caused by a variety of factors. many women actually have low self-esteem. The majority of women, you guys can go and check the studies. I have read study after study after study. The majority of women, probably as high as 80% of women, actually have low self-esteem. So you can imagine how common this is, which means that most women who have low self-esteem do not even realize that they have low self-esteem. Some women come across as the most confident person, but they're actually battling with low self-esteem. So the number 2 reason why you are struggling in your love life is because your self-esteem is very low. Okay, you have become disconnected from your innate self-worth. You know what that means? Your innate self-worth is the self-worth that God gifted you when you were born. When all of us are born and we take that first cry and we activate our being and we become alive, we activate our innate self-worth. Self-worth is not something you build or you acquire or you learn. Self-worth is given to you from the day you're born. But women who suffer from low self-esteem, they have become disconnected from their low self-worth. Why? Because of a variety of problems in life. Number 1 is failed relationships, right? They've gone from one toxic relationship to the other, and then the self-esteem was already low, but it keeps going lower and lower and lower. So every relationship they go through, the man cheats on them, the man ghosts them, the man doesn't treat them right, all of that, their self-esteem just keeps getting lower and lower and lower. And then unfortunately, they have friends around them who also have low self-esteem. So low self-esteem friends become friends with low self-esteem, and they keep on telling each other lies. All men are bad, and all men are this, and all men are cheaters, and they don't look within themselves to fix and heal the reason for their self-esteem. So you'll have 8 women in a group. Some may be married, some may be single, some may be whatever, and they'll be lying to themselves about things that don't make sense because they're all battling low self-esteem. You remember how high I told you low self-esteem is? Up to 80%. So they'll be lying to each other. All men are bad. He cheated because there's no good man. Just stay in that relationship, because if you leave this relationship and go to the next one, it's going to be bad. Don't worry. Just stay there. Just take his money. It doesn't matter if he beats you. Stay for the children. And then low self-esteem keeps on, compounding low self-esteem, and women just keep lying to themselves. Low self-esteem and all of the factors. What causes low self-esteem? Everything I'm telling you. Associating with other women who have low self-esteem. Bad and failed relationships, right? Then comparisonitis, okay? Comparisonitis. Women comparing themselves to other women. Women who are a size 10 who want to force themselves to become a size 0 or size 2. Women who want to have a small waist and they want to do this. Oh my gosh, I call it comparisonitis. Not being content with who you are and not loving yourself as you are now so that you can actually start improving yourself. You are comparing. You keep comparing yourself with other people, and this keeps on tanking your low self-esteem. Okay? You want what everybody has, even though you don't know what's happening in their life. You want what that family has. You want what that husband and wife have, because it looks like they're happy. Oh, they have a Rolls Royce. They have a house there. But you don't know the situation of their life. You are comparing, and it is deepening your self-esteem. The next thing that makes women's self-esteem go low is poor self-care. Sorry, I'm going to put my cough drop in my mouth. Poor self-care. Okay? This is a big one. I'm sure you're wondering, how does poor self-care lead to self-esteem? Well, if you love yourself enough, you'll take care of yourself. What do I mean by taking care of yourself? Choosing the right foods to eat. Drinking water, okay? Reducing alcohol intake or stopping alcohol altogether. Exercising, getting up to exercise, Okay? Self-care, taking time out to relax, to meditate, to pray. Scheduling no do nothing time for yourself. You know, looking at your toxic career and deciding that it's time to change it because it's not worth, you know, poor self-care. If you love yourself deeply enough, you'll take care of this body and this spirit that God gave you. Okay? If you are not taking care of yourself, your self-esteem will dip. Because what will happen is if you don't take care of yourself, you will not fall in love with yourself. Okay? Think about it. What is it that, you know, what is it that we all cherish? If you have some jewelry or you have gold or you have diamonds, you cherish that diamond. If I come to your closet to look at it, it's probably in some safe, beautiful box somewhere. You probably have it locked up somewhere. It's in the most hidden, sacred, lovely place in your closet. You take care of it. Why? Because it's precious to you. It's worth a lot of money. But your own body that God gave you, the body that you are relying on to take you to 90 years old, 100 years old, you are not taking care of it. If you don't take care of your body, your self-esteem will be low. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what front. Many women just put on a front. Okay? You'll see women on social media, and I guess in real life, but mostly on social media, they are over 300 pounds. And they're walking and saying, I'm confident. I don't care what anybody says. That's not true. That's not true. If I was a fly on the wall in your house, I would see how sad you are. If I had an x-ray into your heart, I would see how sad you are. I would see how desperate you are to get out of that overweight, obese body and feel healthier, be able to walk around better, be able to touch your toes, be able to sleep better. Because obviously if you're that size, you probably have sleep apnea, you probably have low quality sleep. There are many things that people who are over 250 pounds, 300 pounds suffer. So now coming onto social media and pretending that everything is fine, I'm confident, that's not true. Okay? So poor self-care is a major, major, major factor why women have low self-esteem. If you don't take care of your body, if you don't take care of yourself, your confidence will be low. Have you noticed somebody walking into a room before who is in good shape? Okay, tell me this. You walk into a room, you're in good shape. You're feeling good that you've been taking care of yourself. You've been putting the right foods into your mouth. You've been exercising. You've been walking, okay? You've been toning up. You've been doing the best that you can do to take care of yourself. And you feel good. And you walk into a room and you feel that you know you look good, that you're toned, that you're in shape. You're going to walk with a different kind of gait. You're going to walk with confidence, not arrogance. People will notice that, oh, this woman feels good because she's taking good care of herself. She feels good because she does good self-care. She's confident. People will notice you. I'm not saying that that's anything, but what I'm saying is that good self-care, okay? Good self-care makes you confident. It makes your self-esteem rise, and it brings you a lot of opportunities in life. A lot of opportunities in life. So women, if you want your self-esteem to rise, prioritize your self-care. If you want to start sleeping better, prioritize your self-care. Okay? So, another reason why women have low self-esteem is they let go of their goals and dreams. They're too wrapped up in trying to serve other people. Okay? Many women are like empty cups that are running around blindly trying to fill up other people's cups. Many women are in that situation. They are running on empty. But instead of trying to fill up their own cup first and take the time to fill up their own cup and stop trying so much to be liked by everybody, to be liked by their husband, to be liked by their children, to be liked by their friends, they are walking around with empty cups. Those cups are drier than Sahara Desert, or what, Kalahari Desert or Sahara Desert. Their cups are stone dry. But with that dry cup, they're running around trying to fill up other people's cups. And this leads to burnout, leads to frustration, leads to depression, leads to sadness, and it leads to really bad and poor self-esteem. They forget that they have to fill up their cups first. You have to watch what you're eating first. You have to clean up your pantry first. You have to exercise first. You have to clean up your sleep quality first. You have to walk away from that toxic relationship and that toxic marriage that you have tried and prayed and fasted and done everything about. You have to leave that first before you can fill up other people's cups. So people let go of all their own goals and dreams and their aspirations. Well, women, they let go of all their goals and dreams and aspirations. They walk around with resentment. They blame their husband for not letting themselves achieve their goals. They blame because they had kids, I had to give up my career. They blame everybody else for not taking action in their goals and dreams, and their self-esteem keeps going down. So there's a variety of reasons why women have low self-esteem. I've given you a few. They are surrounded by other women that have low self-esteem, and they keep deceiving each other there that they all know what's going on. Okay, so you'll find 8 or 10 women gathered around a table, all of them with low self-esteem. They have a lot of work to do to increase their self-esteem, but they're deceiving themselves there. You know, it's like, really, honestly, it's worse than the blind leading the blind. They've not healed from all of the bad relationships they've been through, and that is tanking their self-esteem. Comparisonitis is tanking their self-esteem. Poor self-care is tanking their self-esteem. And then poor action in their goals and dreams. They have completely disconnected themselves from their purpose. They have let their purpose go. They have put it on hold. They have put it on pause. They are just walking. They're walking around like robots, right? And they're working a job they hate, you know. So basically, women's lives just become robotic. There are many women who just exist. They're not thriving. They just exist. They're doing the work because, yes, it's giving me $100,000 a year. It's giving me $150,000 a year. It's helping me pay my car note for the Mercedes-Benz. It's helping us pay a house that has 5 bedrooms in the middle of nowhere. We have a big yard, yes, so that everybody can think that everything is fine. They are just working and walking around like robots. They don't have a purpose. They don't have a direction. They don't have a plan. They're just living every day so that the whole world can think that everything is okay. Low self-esteem is a major reason why you're struggling in your love life and in your marriage. If you want your marriage to do better, or you want your relationship or your dating life to do better, focus on your self-esteem. That's number 2. Number three. Who's ready for number 3? Who is ready for number 3? Have you let numbers 1 and 2 sink in? Have you written numbers 1 and 2 in your journals? Okay? I need at least 2 or 3 yeses for me to go on to number 3. I need numbers 1 and 2 to sink in. Number 1 was fear of all sorts of nonsense things. Number 2 is the epidemic the pandemic of low self-esteem in women. Number 3, the reason why you're struggling in your love life is because you think that the more you do for a man, the more he will love you. You think that the more you do for a man, the more he will love you. The more you cook for him, the better your meals get. The more you clean the house, right? The more you micromanage him, ask him where he's going, what he's doing, dress him up, right? Influence every little thing he's wearing, even if he doesn't ask you. He wants to wear a black suit. You complain and complain and complain until he wears the gray suit. You feel that the more you do for him, the more you mother him, the more he will love you, right? The more of your body you give to him, the more sex you have, right? If you start, asking him for sex or jumping on top of him and having sex, giving him your body maybe 5 times a week instead of once a week, maybe he will love you more. You feel that the more you do for a man, the more he will love you. You feel that if you become a superwoman, you do everything in the house. You don't ask for a cleaner. You don't ask for anything. You clean, you go to work, you provide the money, you take care of the kids, you cook new meals every day. You're running around like a chicken that has no head. He will love you more, right? He's emotionally abusing you. He's cheating on you. Maybe he's even slapped your face once in a while. But your friends have said, just stay there. Your gang of low self-esteem friends, right? Your gang of low self-esteem friends have told you, just cook him better meals. Give him more sex. Just go and buy him more nice lingerie. Put it on and use it to seduce him. Your gang of low self-esteem friends are telling you to stay and put up with it and just keep doing more. And then you keep doing more. And you're saying that, and you're thinking he will love you more. And that never happens. And you start struggling. But all the women, young, old, middle-aged, all the old aunties who also are struggling or who have struggled in their own marriages are telling you to stay. Your gang of low self-esteem women, your gang of low self-esteem friends, your gang of low self-esteem aunties and grandmas and mothers are telling you to stay because there's no good men out there. So just stay there and swallow the abuse. So you struggle, right? You keep it all in. You struggle. And they tell you to keep cooking good meals. It's because you're not cooking for him. It's because you're not cleaning for him. Sit down there and do your wifely duties. And you keep doing and do. And the more you do for this man, the less he loves you. The more you do for this man, the less he loves you. The more you cook and clean and mother him and cook 3 meals a day and buy all the sexiest lingerie, and the more you do and do and do, this man respects you less. Because why? He sees through all of that. This man understands that you're a cheap woman. I'm not saying cheap in terms of sex. You're a cheap woman who has very low self-esteem, low self-respect, and low self-worth. So he keeps on mistreating you because you are fighting for his love. You are fighting for his attention because you don't value yourself. And that pushes him away. And that pushes him away. You're trying to buy his love. And your gang of low self-esteem friends will not stop telling you to stay. And the more you do for this man, the more he runs away. The more you do for him, the more he runs away. Why? Because men are chasers. Men are meant to be the doers. You cannot even give him enough room to love you. You can't show him how much you love and respect yourself. All of what you're doing, you've become the man in the relationship essentially. Because your gang of low self-esteem friends are telling you to stay and keep doing. So you take away all of his doing duties. You become the man in the relationship. He becomes the woman. So if he truly is a masculine man, what else can he do? He's going to, and I don't support this. I'm not saying, please hear me out. I'm not saying it's the fault of women that men cheat. But if you don't allow a masculine man to put out his masculine energy because you are doing so much, his eyes will be out there looking for a woman that is feminine that he can do for. Okay? A woman who is feminine but still has solid self-esteem that will allow him to be a man. But your gang of low self-esteem friends have given you all of the wrong information. That you must cook. All of that cooking. Okay? Yes, a woman he can chase. All of that cooking. All of the cleaning. All of the doing. All of the dressing him up how you want him to dress that he has given up for. How has that helped you? How has that helped you experience love from your partner? It has pushed him away. It has pushed him away. The more you do for a man, the less he will love you. Okay? The more you keep on doing for him, the less he will love you. And the more you do for him, the more you become like a mother figure. And which man wants to sleep with his mother? None. Listen to this last statement. The more you do for a man, the more you become like his mother in his eyes. Okay? And the less you push him away to go to a woman that he can chase, that he can use his masculine energy on. Okay? So this number 3 really is most women are disconnected from the strength of their femininity. They are disconnected from the power of just being a woman. I'm not saying you just sit there and do nothing, okay? This is why you need my coaching, because some of you don't quite understand the dynamics of how to be a feminine woman for your husband, but be masculine when it comes to your goals, okay? A man doesn't need you to mother him or to baby him. He doesn't. If he asks for 3 meals a day, say, honey, there's no way I can cook 3 meals a day. I have to run my business. I have to run the family business. I have my career. I have my self-care, I have to prepare my meals. I have a bunch of books I want to read. I have to take walks. I just need some free time and some do-nothing time. Honey, 3 meals a day is not going to work. How about you try to cook some meals? Oh, I don't know how to cook. We can buy a cookery book. But sorry, honey, 3 meals a day is not going to work. I can't. Or you know what? We can pay for a meal service. However, I'm not saying you should fight with him. There's a way to communicate your needs and your boundaries. Okay? And he will respect you for that. But if a man tells you to jump down a mountain or jump in front of a car, are you going to do that? You won't, right? So if a man is ordering you around to cook him 3 meals, you set the boundary. You say, honey, this is not going to work. Why don't we get a maid? Why don't we get a cook? Why don't we pay for a meal service? Because I also have a lot of things I have to do. Or maybe you can try some of the cooking. You have to have boundaries and you have to stop doing so much. You have to stop doing so much. You cannot, because you do for him. At the end of the day, you'll start mothering him, suffocating him, and you will become the man in the relationship. That superwoman will become this masculine, non-attractive woman. You can be the most beautiful woman in the world. You can look like Miss World. But once you start overdoing in a relationship, okay, and you let your masculine energy take over and your feminine energy vanishes, you are going to reap the evils of that. Because men, masculine men, they still want feminine women. Yes, they will accept all what you're doing because it's nice to have a mother, you know. They will accept everything you're doing because it's nice to have a mother who cooks and cleans and runs around like a chicken with no head and is letting herself go and is gaining weight and getting fat and wearing boo-boos around the house, no lipstick, you know, has let herself go completely. Her skin is looking terrible. She doesn't take care of herself. She's just running around. They'll take it. It's nice, right? To have another mother in the house, or to have a maid in the house who is a wife, or to, you know, they'll take it. But their eyes will be outside, looking for a woman who actually takes care of herself, who feels self-worth, who has self-respect, who has boundaries. Okay? I hope you get it. Number three. Yes, somebody said, but you can become unattractive. Oh, yes, you will become unattractive. Or you're mothering them, you're telling them what to do. They don't ask for your advice. Your husband is not asking for your advice. What do you think I should wear? That's fine, give your advice. But you are just trying to control him. This is what he should wear. This is what he should do. You must do this. It gets to become unattractive. You're doing too much. That's number three. Number four. Number four is pretty short, okay? You have allowed the man you're with to buy you with his money. And then as the years go by, all of those flashy things, all of those material things become worthless in your eye. Because even though you enjoyed it in the beginning, as life went on, you started to notice that the money could not bring you happiness. Are you listening? Did you guys get that one? You allowed your man to buy you with money, and then over the years, you started to realize that all of that money is just empty happiness. Because he bought you with the money, he silenced you with the money, but you don't have his attention, you don't have his love, you don't have his care. He's always traveling for work, right? He's not there with you. In fact, some of you are married to men who live in other countries full-time, who live in other continents full-time, because you feel like, oh, let him just go. Let him just give me money. I'm fine as long as he gives me money. Yes, that's nice for some time. It's nice for 2 years, 5 years. It starts to get old. Life starts to feel empty and worthless because money doesn't bring you happiness. He's bought you the house, he's bought you the shoes and the designer bags and everything, but he's never there. There's no warm body for you to cuddle up to. There's no time with him. It's just the money. He bought you with money. And then over the years, you realize money doesn't bring you love. Many of you are in this predicament right now, and you'll say you're struggling. Why? You're struggling because you let superficial things win your love instead of you to step out and make your own money so that you have self-worth, so that you feel like a purposeful, meaningful human being. You get attracted to men who have a lot of money. They buy you with their money. Then over the years, you realize that money does not bring love because he ignores you. He's never there. He's always hanging out with his friends, always, traveling for work, and you just don't see him. Maybe he'll show up to have sex with you so that you can have more kids. And you keep bringing kids into this world. That's number 4. Simple and straightforward. you're struggling in your relationship or in that long-term engagement or in your marriage because you allowed a man to buy you with money. And that money was sweet in the short term, but in the long term, life became empty and lonely. And now you're so attached to the money, you're so used to the money that you cannot escape that lifestyle. Okay? That, just because he makes all the money, that doesn't mean he makes all the decisions. Well, but many women have fallen for that. Many women in the beginning, they like the idea of him traveling all the time to make all the money, to shower them with money. It's like there's never any shortage of money, the house, the cars, the clothes, the everything. And then fast forward after some years, they're like, life is empty. He's never even at home. I don't even know this person. I know the money, but I don't even know this person. Who is this person I'm married to? He's never even here. He comes in, goes out, he's on a trip, he's traveling, he doesn't even live here. What kind of life is this? Is this all there is to life? That's number 4. You have let materialism, the materialistic side of life, you have let it destroy who you are, and you have let it affect what you should have looked for in a relationship. Okay? Number five, okay? Your beliefs about what men value in relationships is totally wrong. This is kind of like I'm putting together a lot of the things I had said before, but I had to put this as number 5 separately. Okay? You've bought into the idea out there, all the buzzing out there about what women or people believe about what relationships should be like. Marriage should be hard. Marriage should be very, very hard. If you don't know that marriage is meant to be hard, you are not yet ready for marriage. You have to suffer in marriage. You have to, the way some women talk about marriage, in fact, one should be scared of marriage. Oh, you have to suffer in marriage. Marriage is hard. Marriage is this. Marriage is not meant to be easy. You're going to go through a lot of hell in marriage. Marriage is tough. It's very tough. And I'm thinking, okay, if marriage is so tough, I'll be by myself then. I have quite a wonderful, beautiful life. I'm financially free. I can take care of myself. If marriage is meant to be that bad, many women have bought into these warped beliefs of what marriage should be. And many women still say that over the internet. And there's some women in good standing. I'm not going to mention this name of this woman that I love very much who has said this online, and her video is going around. And as much as I love her, I disagree with that one video. She's a prominent woman. I love her. But that one video, the day that I meet her, I'll tell her that video has messed up a lot of women. Because in that video, she's talking about, how young women of today, they just leave their marriages for anything, any small thing, they'll walk away from their marriage. Marriage is meant to be hard. It's not meant to be easy. Well, I get what she's saying, but when you put that out into the world, it's giving women a very false perception of what marriage should be. This is why women keep on staying in marriages that are killing them. So when we have a voice, we have to be careful how we use our voice, because yes, I get what she's saying. Middle-aged woman to middle-aged woman, I get it, but that is going to confuse a lot of women. And some women who listen to that will stay in their abusive and toxic marriage because they'll say, this woman who is a great woman, who is loved and honored and respected, said that we leave our marriages too early, we need to stay. Women are dying at the hands of abuse in relationships. So we have to be careful about all of this. Marriage is hard. Marriage is hard. No. God created marriage to be sweet. God created marriage to be a wonderful partnership. God created marriage for us to have two people to do life together. Yes, life is hard, but marriage should be sweet. Did you hear me? Life is hard, but marriage should be your place of rescue. Marriage should be your place of peace. Marriage should be your place where you go to your husband to hide, to get protection from the hard life. Okay? Marriage is not a place where it is hard and you must stay there until you get killed or you get murdered. No. Marriage is where you must stay. Yes, somebody says, I am married for 21 years and it was never hard. Thank you. I love it. I love it when people who are in good marriages come up and say this. And somebody says was never hard. Yes, marriage may have some seasons, maybe 5% seasons of being hard. But marriage was not meant to be a hellhole. No. Let's stop giving that wrong perception out to women, because it's bad. It is killing women and it is giving women the wrong impression. You know, Alexandria says, exactly, sis. Yes, marriage should be fun, happy, and a safe place. Yes. Yes. So, you know, I need more women saying this truth out there, because I've heard it enough. People who hold positions of prominence, people that young women are listening to, saying marriage must be hard. You can't just be, look, how many women, I don't know any woman, who has just walked away from her marriage prematurely. I don't know. The women are very resilient. Women, before you see a woman filing for divorce, or before you see a woman walking away from her marriage, she's had enough. She has tried. She has prayed, she has fasted, she has waited, she has tried everything. She was up to her limits. So when they say these things like, oh, women these days, any little thing, they just walk away, they just leave their marriage, that's not true. Women endure before they leave. This woman you're looking at, I endured before I finally left. I could have left my marriage after 2 years. My marriage already was rocky after 2 years. Up and down, up and down, up and down with him and with his mom. It was up and down. But I didn't leave until after 15 years of marriage. Actually, after 23 years of our relationship, because we were dating from age 17 and we entered into marriage. So basically, we were together for 23 years. I didn't leave until after 23 years. So it's not true that women are just so impatient they walk away. No, women walk away when they've had enough, when they don't want to die or lose their souls in marriage. So number 5 reason why women are struggling in their marriage and in their love life is because they have a completely warped idea of what a marriage should look like and what a relationship should look like. They have been lied to by society and culture and prominent people that marriage should be hard, that you should endure and no matter what. You should just keep putting up with it. Okay, and also you've bought into the belief that men are complicated. This is the same number 5. Women will say, oh, men are so complicated. We just can't understand them. They want this and then they want that. They're just confusing us. They're so complicated. No. Men are much simpler than women. Men are not complicated. You know what's happening? Men are showing us exactly how they feel, but we are seeing something else. A man is cheating on you, he's beating you up, he's emotionally abusing you, he's criticizing you every single day, right? He's abusing you emotionally and physically and spiritually and everything, but you are saying that, oh, no, that's not him. Or you're blaming yourself. It's because I did this, or it's because I did that, it's because I did this. He's complicated. Maybe if I cook more for him, maybe if I clean more for him, maybe if I do this, maybe if I give him more sex, maybe if I go and have some plastic surgery. Oh yeah, maybe I need more fillers, right? If my lips are like, fuller, actually, I need more fillers here. Maybe if I lift my cheekbones, women will say they're not doing all that for men. That's a lie. I'm a woman. Women are doing all of that plastic surgery for men. They are not doing it for other women. Period. Okay? So you're trying. Maybe if I do this, maybe if I go and start looking like Halle Berry, maybe if I go and start looking like Beyonce, let me put some more injections here, maybe some more injections here. Let me go and tuck in that belly. Let me go and take those thighs up. Let me go, and then you keep doing and doing and doing. And looking for an excuse to say that, oh, men are complicated. If I do this but he's showing you. Men are the simplest. A man ghosts you. What does that mean? He doesn't want to talk to you. Okay? He didn't die in a car accident. You know? He ghosts you. He's not replying your texts. You haven't heard from him for 1 week. You haven't heard from him for 2 weeks. He doesn't like you. He's not into you. Move on. Ghost is something you can't see. He's gone. So let him go. Stop texting him. Stop sending him obsessive texts and calling him obsessively and hoping that by doing all that he'll pick up. He ghosted you. He doesn't like you. Move on. Okay? He's slapping your face across the face. He's slapping you across the face every day. He doesn't respect you. He can't stand you. Pack your load and move on. Safely. Again, with reason, because an abusive man can kill you. So you have to do this safely. So, but you guys get it. Those of you with common sense get it. Before people start messaging me, you're telling people who are being beaten up to leave. Okay, please, please, please. Guys, let's use some common sense in what I'm saying. Okay? He's cheating on you. He doesn't like you. Talk less of even love you. Okay? He's cheating on you. I can understand one episode of cheating and then he never does it. But continuous cheating, this man does not love you. He doesn't even like you. Talk less of love you. He doesn't respect you. He doesn't love you. He doesn't like you. But you stay. Right? He's banging your head on the wall every day. There's a woman I spoke with that man had beaten her up so many times. She had lost a few teeth. And she still was there staying. Okay? So, men are simple. They show you that they don't like you. But you don't believe them. Then you say they're complicated. Really? If a man loves and respects you, he will not cheat on you because he'll be scared of losing you. If a man respects you and takes care of you and he spends time with you and you feel loved and adored and cared and respected by him, it's because he loves you, he likes you, he respects you, he doesn't want to lose you. You are his life, you are his world. You've built a wonderful, beautiful life together. He makes you feel precious, loved. If you're wondering whether a man likes you or not, there's your answer. Because if a man likes you, you won't be wondering. So, men are the simplest creatures. They will do for a woman that they love, and a woman that they like, and a woman that they respect. Okay? So, if your man is beating you up, if you're watching this video, let me simplify this for you like ABC, like we're in kindergarten all over again. If a man is cheating on you, if he's beating you up, if he's not wanting to be around you, not wanting to spend time with you, if you are the one initiating sex all the time, if he's ghosting you, if he disappears for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you don't know where he is, he doesn't like you. Did I say that loud enough? He doesn't love you, but he doesn't even like you. This same man will go to another woman who has high self-esteem, high self-worth, who values herself, who respects herself, who communicates her needs and wants and her boundaries with love, and this man will be a different human being. This same man that was mistreating another woman will suddenly become a different human being. Why? Because he's with a different woman. Okay? Men are not complicated, they're simple. So number 5 reason why you're struggling in your love life, in your married life, in your dating life, or in your relationship life. Let me just give you some help today. And stop messaging friends I'm messaging aunties, I'm messaging mothers and all of the low self-esteem gang out there and asking them why you're miserable in your love life. Stop telling stories. I want to help you with this video. Stop messaging your low self-esteem gang. Number 5 reason why you're struggling in your love life is because your beliefs about what you should value in a relationship or in a marriage are warped. They're upside down. Your beliefs, and one of those beliefs is that men are complicated and the more you do for them, they will love you, or the more you stick around, they will love you. Okay? Or they are complicated, you just never know what they want, they don't know what they want, they're confused. Men know what they want, at least the high quality ones. They know what they want. And if they're mistreating you, you are not what they want. They're just staying because it's convenient. Okay? A man will stay with a woman for the rest of his life because it's convenient, but he'll have a separate existence from that woman. If you didn't hear that statement, let me repeat it. Men are wired. Men can successfully stay with a woman that they don't like, that they don't love, that they don't respect. They'll have that fake existence with that woman, and they'll have a totally separate existence somewhere else that is giving them their happiness, their fulfillment, their joy, and they'll stay in that marriage. And people would think that, and the woman is deceiving herself that, oh, he's here, he's with me. Well, he's just there. He's just an object there. His whole soul and spirit and being are somewhere else. Men also stay because they don't want to break up their family. Exactly. But they are not emotionally connected to you at all. You're just some object. Okay? What kind of life is that? Number 6, the final one. The 6th reason, and if you're just joining this live, remember that the replay is going to be on my YouTube. So even if you've been on this live from the beginning, I want you to go back and watch this video. I want you to share it with many of your friends. Pardon me, I know many of you who are on here don't have low self-esteem, but because low self-esteem is so common, because it exists in about 80% of women, I have to say that some of you here may have low self-esteem and you don't know. Share this video with some of the low self-esteem gang. Please. It's not a derogatory statement, it's a frank statement, because low self-esteem is number 2 reason on my list of why women struggle in love relationships. Okay? Number 6 and final reason. Okay? You don't love yourself. So then you're not lovable. Simple as ABC. Did you guys hear that? Does somebody want to type what number 6 is for me? Number 6 and final reason of why you're struggling in your love life, it's because you don't love yourself. So then you are unlovable. Can somebody type that? You do not love yourself, so therefore you are unlovable. You are your own worst critic. My thighs are too big. My nose is too wide. I wish I would lose some weight. Honey, how do I look in this dress? Does my butt look too big? Oh, my boobs are too this. You criticize yourself even in the presence of your husband or even in the presence of your boyfriend. You don't love yourself, so you become unlovable. A man cannot authentically love you if you don't love yourself. Okay? A man cannot authentically... Thank you. Somebody mentioned I love my big thighs and my C-section scar. We can love our bodies and still take care of our bodies. I have 2 C-section. Well, I have 1 C-section scar too from 2 C-sections. And as much as you guys feel like I'm shapely and I have a small waist, when I take my clothes off, my belly folds over my C-section scar. Yeah, I have that, that pocket, that pocket flap. You guys can imagine it. I have that pocket flap. Imagine when I met my husband, And the first time he saw me naked, I started pointing to that, saying, oh, you know, I have this flab, and I don't like this flab, and it's so flabby, and you know, look at this, I don't like my flab, or look, my boobs, should I get a boob job? Look, my boobs are flat. No. I got naked, and hello, you're going to love me with clothes on, and you're going to love me without clothes on. But I exercise every day. I try to eat right. I take care of myself. I don't have a big flabby belly and then I just sit down like a couch potato and not take care of myself. That is the most unattractive thing. He saw my naked body and he loved my naked body as it is. Okay? So, I mean, you either take it or you love it. I'm not going to get surgery for you. This is my body. You didn't meet me when I was 20 years old, when my stomach was smooth like marble and I had the 23-inch waist or 24-inch waist and my boobs were huge and perky. That's not when you met me. You met me after I had 2 kids. But I still take care of myself. I'm still a size 4. I still take care of myself and I love myself. And my husband loves my body as it is. My husband flirts with me all day long. You know, he makes me feel wanted, makes me feel loved. He tells me how lovely I look. My husband's nickname for me is Gorgeous. Let me say it out now. He calls me Gorgeous. The first day that my daughters heard him calling me Gorgeous, they were like, that's so sweet. Hi, Gorgeous. Every single night before we fall asleep, he says this. Every single night. He hasn't missed one night since we met. From the first day he told me he loved me, which was on his birthday, which was about 4 months after we left, every single night when we're going to sleep, he says, I love you, Gorgeous. That's what he tells me. Flabs and all. Slippers like breasts and all. If I take my bra off for you, my nipples are looking down at the ground. Okay? Well, maybe not right down there, but they're almost looking down at the ground. My belly, when I take off my clothes, I have a flap that flaps over the top of my mons pubis. For those of you who are doctors, I don't have body shame. Okay? People always, they're like, Dr. Iyabo, I don't have any body shame. I can be naked, of course, you know what I'm saying. I'm proud of my body. Why? Because I take care of my body. I walk every day. I drink green tea. I take care of my body. My husband loves me, but belly flap and all. C-section scar and all. But when I have my clothes on, oh yeah. Nobody knows that because I look good in my clothes. You are having problems in your love life because you don't love yourself. So that makes you unlovable by even the best and kindest man. You guys are laughing. It's true. Let's get down to brass tacks. If you are criticizing your body every day in front of your husband or your boyfriend, that's very unattractive. It's very unattractive. He can't love you. Because if you keep criticizing your body and you ask him whether you should have plastic surgery, he will say, yes, go and get the plastic surgery because he's sick of all your complaints. You know, some women will say, oh, but my husband told me to go and get it. Well, because he's probably tired of you criticizing your body. If you loved your body and you're taking care of yourself through that, he will love you and accept you because guess what? His body isn't perfect. His own body is not perfect. But you're always criticizing yourself. So what do you expect? Then the man will say, okay, yeah. Oh, you think your thighs are too big? You want to get liposuction? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Get the liposuction. Number 6 reason why you're struggling in your marriage, in your dating, in your love life. Why the men come and go and ghost you and it's just, no high quality man can stick. They want sex and then they leave you and then they ghost you. Or you're married and you don't see your husband. It's just messed up. That's number 6 reason. Basically, you're unlovable because you don't love yourself. Period. Period. Those are the number 6 reasons. Those are the number 6 reasons. Those are the 6 reasons why you are struggling in your love life, in your dating life, in your relationship life, and in your marriage life. Period. I don't know of any other reasons. I prepared this talk for a long time. I researched. I meditated. I had quiet time. You guys are still laughing. I think I'm making you laugh. It's just, this is me. No, this is my normal self. You know, I meditated. I read books. I researched. There's no other reason here why you're struggling. If you listen to this video and you watch it and you take time to start addressing all of these problems, your love life will change. And then if you top that up with coming to enroll in my one-on-one dating or relationship or marriage coaching, oh my goodness, men will be chasing you around. They will be chasing you around because every high quality man will want you, because you'll become this woman that every man wants to be with. It's not that complicated, but many of you belong to the low self-esteem gang of women. So you're just low self-esteeming each other back and forth, making each other fake happy, and it just keeps getting worse. That's my talk for today. Now let me read your comments. Yeah, we love it. You're a piece of work. Continue to be you. I can't be anything else. I cannot be anything else. I just started to love myself and it feels good. Yes, laughing my A off. I have an interracial relationship too. Lovely. Joanne Bella, nice to meet you here. Haha, when I take my clothes off, my husband can't take his hands off my fat butt. I'm telling you, if you love yourself, they will love you. You are the one pointing out your insecurities to them. Women, you are the one pointing out your insecurities to your husband. He didn't even notice before you pointed it out. Stop pointing out your insecurities. Practice self-care and leave the rest. I used to feel bad at first, but it felt weird, but now I love it. Piece of work. Oh my, Joanna keeps laughing. Oh my God, I can't with you. Honestly, you deserve it. That's why a lot of European men are like that. Yes, they are. That's great. Yeah. That's right, Doc. I love it, and my daughter's dad grabs it. I love my scars. That's an identity of my motherhood. Me too. Right. We are C-section warriors. Yes. What color green is that on your nails? Oh, I don't know the name, but my filter is kind of making it a little lighter. It's not quite this light. It's like 2 shades darker than this. I don't know the name, but I can ask my nail lady and I'll send you the name. I love my big thighs and my C-section scar. You do not love yourself, therefore you're unlovable. You don't, yeah, people were typing. Okay, guys, so, I hope this was helpful. So I think I've read all of your comments. No wonder the most serial killers are men. I don't even know who said that one. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It will be on my YouTube channel. Go and watch it over and over. Please share my YouTube with many women. Let them know that there's this woman who just puts it all out there, who is just blunt, who has no filters, who just says it as it is. Share my video with them. Yeah, of course, there are many black men that are good too. Yeah, there are many good black men. There's good men in every race, every color, ethnicity. You just have to know how to notice them, right? And you have to take care of yourself, because it starts with you. Everything we talked about today is all about what you have to do with yourself so that you can attract a high quality man. It's not about men are bad, all men cheat, all men this. No, you have work to do with yourself so that you can attract the high quality men. Okay? So, yeah. Somebody said, oh, how did you get the strength to leave your previous marriage? I left mine and managed to heal, but it wasn't easy. Oh, mine wasn't easy either. This is what I said. Maybe you joined this live late. It's never easy to leave a marriage. You know, so when people say, oh, some women are impatient, they just leave, any little thing, they just leave. That's not true. That's not true. Women endure and they get to I mean, most women, yes, some women may be all over the place and jumping from somewhere to somewhere, but the majority of women don't just leave like that. It was hard to leave my marriage. Where did I get the strength from? What can I tell you? From God, from prayer, from my parents, my dad especially. I've said my story over and over. My dad actually told me, Iyabo, enough is enough. File for divorce and leave this man. You have become somebody that I do not recognize. You are hurting. You're depressed. I'm seeing sides of you that are not good. Leave this man and restart your life. Believe it or not, my dad gave me the strength. So I say my two fathers, my heavenly father, even though they are both heavenly now because my dad is no longer alive, my heavenly father, God, gave me the strength to be able to leave. But my dad, who was still living at the time, gave me the strength to leave. He's like, this is enough. You have endured enough. Get a divorce lawyer, file for divorce, and move on. So that's where my strength came from. But I'm going to log off now. Love you guys very much. Go to my YouTube channel to watch the replay. Subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you've hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube button. Share it with as many women as you know, because women need to hear this message. Women need to watch this video, not 3 times, but 10 times. Listen to every word, listen to every statement, dissect every word, and implement it in your life, and watch your love life start to improve. Love you guys. See you later. I'm out of here. Bye. You're welcome. You're all welcome. Bye-bye, guys. Bye. You too. Bye-bye. God bless. Bye-bye.